Remember, there's some pretty important information here in the disclaimer. You might want to give the video a quick pause and read it.
Oh, hey everybody, it's me, Sonic! Sonic the Hedgehog! Just here to remind you that if you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button. And for even more amazing customs, don't forget to subscribe to Wake Angel 2001, because between you and me, they're way past cool.
Hello my friends, this is Wake Angel 2001 coming at you with the second part of Danielle's commission. It is for her other daughter and is Blaze the Cat, one of my favorite characters in the entire franchise after Sonic himself. Normally I hesitate to make toys of official characters that are likely to get toys, and I feel like Jakks Pacific will get around to Blaze eventually, but I just had to respect the enthusiasm and, once it got out there, like, you know what? I bet I actually could do it. So the base figure, as usual for my Jakks Pacific scaled female figures, would be the Daenerys Targaryen from the Loyal Subjects Game of Thrones line, because of course, I use it to make Blaze, I use it to make Tangle, I use it to make Whisper, I'm pretty sure, I think if I would make a Princess Sally would probably be better. I'll have to look up Loyal Subjects to see if they have any other female characters that have a buck more suitable than this, but yeah, it's a pretty versatile female buck with the essential proportions of a Sonic figure at this scale. So let's not waffle around about that anymore and, get to actually customizing it. So, of course, thanks to Corey Sonic Fan again for providing me with Blaze's 3D models that I could print, and I'm actually pretty happy that the fluffy part of her shoes and gloves was able to print. I mean, they just look like spiky things, but I was afraid that this would just be a complete mess of string coming out of my 3D printer, so I'm just happy that it was actually possible after all. And I'm not sure if Corey sent me her model from Sonic 2006 or Sonic Generations, or perhaps one of her more recent models from Sonic Dash or Sonic Forces Speed Battle. I'm not sure where this model comes from, but it looks good. I mean, Blaze hasn't really been in a main series game since Generations, and even then it was only as a cameo. I miss her. I want to see her in more stuff, because, like, in the games that she starred in, she was pretty much the co-star right alongside Sonic. And no, she did not premiere in Sonic 2006, she premiered in Sonic Rush, a game where she had a co-star role, and that game was 1,000 times better than Sonic 2006 could ever hope to be. Anyway, so the important part about this was the shirt tails. Blaze has these shirt tails, which is a very iconic part of her character design, and it isn't something that I wanted to 3D print or sculpt, because then it wouldn't be flexible, and it might hamper Blaze's ability to move her legs. So, Daenerys has this skirt, and I figured, hey, could I modify the skirt into, Blaze's shirt tails? So this is what happened when I cut the shape out of her skirt. As you can see, there's a gap because it's a slit dress, but I could work with this. I used some masking tape, the kind that painters use, to support the inside, and then sculpted over making the masking tape made sure that it stayed flat to that part of the dress. So the part that attaches to her hips is still rubbery and flexible. So the stiffer part that's filling in those gaps in the slit dress actually isn't, it's not holding back the shirt tail's ability to flex out of the way of the legs. And yeah, that actually worked. The only other sculpting was a little bit in the chest, so I could fill in Daenerys' little cleavage window and instead put on Blaze's high collared shirt thing that she has going on. And then once I did this, it was all just a big painting thing. Her head, we got that nice little lilac look going on with the red gem in her forehead and the piercing yellow eyes. One of the few times I can use my canary yellow instead of my ochre yellow. I don't know, I wanted to go with the slightly darker lilac for her hair highlights and the tip of her tail, but it just looked better in purple. I don't know, maybe this is a kind of thing where to the naked eye and to photography it looks better in a certain way than it does on the video game screen, I'm guessing. Yeah. Probably the hardest part of the project, aside from making sure that the shirt tails worked, was integrating the hands and feet. The hands, not so much. It was just drilling a small hole in the base of her glove and then getting the peg from Daenerys' actual hands to go into them. But for the feet, I had to drill pretty deep into the shoe. Daenerys' original ankle is still in there, believe it or not, but on the right foot, I still kind of get an ankle twist, but I couldn't really get it to work on the left foot. I don't know, like maybe there was something in the way the symmetry of the feet must have been off, or I must have missed just by a fraction of a millimeter with my Dremel. But yeah, like I had to make sure that her legs descended deep enough into these shoes to make sure that the figure wouldn't come out overly tall. And I had to use my Whisper figure as a yardstick. Like, as long as I could make it come out the same height as I'm sorry, I used Tangle as my yardstick. As long as he would come out the same height as Tangle, then I know that I had the scale right. So, yeah, let's do the thing that I said that I was going to do, and here we go. It is Blaze the cat. Yay! I think she came out really good. Like I said, Blaze has a very slim physique, which this Daenerys figure really suits. So, I'm, like, a part of me wanted to use one of the official female figures that Jax Pacific had put out, but I couldn't help but think that Amy Rose's legs were too thick, and Rouge is just too darn curvy for this. So, yeah, like this really is just another situation where this just happens to be the best base figure I can use. Perhaps at some point in the future well, you know what? I think that the next female character they're gonna make is either gonna be Wave the Swallow. Since they're making Jet, they're probably gonna make the other Babylon Rogues. But if it's not going to be Wave, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Blaze. She really is the next most prominent female character in the franchise once you've gotten rid of Amy and Rouge. Unless they want to do something a little bit more recent, throwbacky, like if they want to make a Styx figure, but I highly doubt that they'll do that. So, like I said, I wanted to have a proper comparison, so here is the Tangle figure that I used as the yardstick, and which used the same base toy, as well as the official Blaze the Cat figure made by Jazzwares, and the only official toy that she has. So, as you can see, I think I nailed it. I mean, like, the lilac isn't the exact same shade, but, you know, I'm working with what I got. I mean, I happen to have lilac paint, and, you know, it would be easier, it would be worse to try and mix it, and then, like, it doesn't come out better. I think it just looks fine the way it is. And that completes this commission, this 2-figure commission, which included Anastasia the Hedgehog. So here are the 2 figures next to each other. So, yep, that's looking pretty great. Yeah, I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. I'm hoping to finish at least one more figure before the new year is up. And I hope you guys are enjoying the Advent calendar stuff, because I really put a whole bunch of effort into recording all those things back in August. So, this is Wake Angel 2001, signing off.